teachers, and good morning also to our viewers. Today, we will be discussing the pro side of using technology in education, which relates to the impact of technology in education employment trends. So, I am Miss Kirli Sioka, and I will be your host today. To start with our side, we will hear first from Ma'am Raylan Esperas. Ma'am?
Okay. Good morning, mga ma'am. Good morning, teachers. So the shift from traditional employment to technology-driven employment has brought about a significant changes in the way how we work. Okay, so it characterized by greater flexibility, adaptability, and a constant need for skills development. So in terms po of traditional employment, 'di ba po? So in terms sa skills and roles natin, so more on it focus on manual labor and repetitive task. Okay? Also, the job roles are defined and static. Okay? So in terms naman sa working environment, primarily it is more on office based and with fixed working hours lang. Okay? So also ang pinaka-importante dito is it emphasize more on physical presence and face-to-face interaction. So yun po ay sa traditional employment natin. Okay? So through naman sa communication, paano ba yung pag paano ba yung way of communication between the employees and employers and of course sa mga clients and paano ba yung pagmi-meeting, 'di ba? So ayun more on taking memos, ganon yung mga meetings is like 'di ba pag nagmi-meeting tayo before the traditional is more on ano lang, list lang or may isa lang gumagamit ng computer or laptop, okay? So more on phone call, so wala pa ganung email noon or video conferencing kung tinatawag natin. So of course, limited lang yung access natin sa data. Okay? So in terms naman po sa technology, limited lang po yung access or yung use of technology. Okay? More on nakarely lang sa paper-based systems. So ayun nga, manual process and yung workflows. So in terms naman po sa technology driven employment na kung saan meron na tayo ngayon, okay? So in terms naman sa working environment, meron na tayong tinatawag na flexible work arrangement. Okay, so we're in, pwede na tayong magtrabaho, 'di ba? So kahit nasa bahay lang tayo. Okay, work from home, okay? We can work like hindi na papasok sa 8 hours lang, which is 8 to 5 p.m. lang. So we can also work na, di ba po, sa mga call center agencies, mga ganyan. So they can work na mga night shift, ganon. So sa teachers din, di ba po, meron na tayong asynchronous learning na we're in, nakaka asynchronous learning or meron na tayong online class wherein we can teach our student kahit wala tayo sa physical classroom. Okay? So, ayun po. And in terms naman po sa communication, di ba? So, sa technology-driven employment, okay, meron tayong email na nga, video referencing, and instant messaging na. So, dito mas mabilis, mas efficient and effective na if ever we may information tayong ipapaabot, okay, sa client natin, okay, sa mga employees. Okay, so also po, malaki na yung access ng data and informations dahil nga meron na tayong computers, okay, laptop, okay, and of course, develop na atin yung mga, ano natin, like yung mga data privacy, okay, so yun. So, in terms naman po sa technology, tools and technology, nakarely tayo more on we rely heavily on the use of computers, okay, including the computers, okay, the laptop, and of course, the mobile devices. Okay? Of course, the automation and ang pinaka sikat na ngayon or talagang ginagamit na natin sa araw-araw natin, okay, in terms of personal and work, okay, related is the AI or the artificial intelligence. So ayun, the automation and artificial intelligence are talagang transforming the workflows. So ayun, so yun po yung key shift talaga from traditional to technology-driven employment is napaka obvious and talagang mako-compare na natin yung pagkakaiba nito from traditional and to the modern. Okay. So from physical presence, 'di ba po, to digital presence, wherein the technology enables work to be done remotely. Okay? So ayun, from routine task, 'di ba, traditional to creative problem solving. Okay, so ayun na po, take over na dyan yung automation natin and artificial intelligence. So freeing up workers to focus on more on complex and creative work. So ayun, and the essence of technology-driven employment po is, yun nga, it characterized by more on greater flexibility, mas nagiging flexible tayo, okay? Adaptability, okay? Mas mabilis na tayo maka-adapt sa mga rapid changes na nangyayari sa mundo of yun nga, sa trabaho, especially sa trabaho, and the constant need po for skill development. So through technology, yun po, may mga nagbubukas na opportunity wherein we have to, kumbaga, level up ourselves, opportunities to develop our skills, okay, technical skills, and ayun po. So that's my side on technology education.
Okay, thank you, Miss Raylene, for your insights for the impact of technology in education. So now let us proceed with Miss Arlene, but since she will not be able to talk due to her difficulties in her voice, we will be reading her insights. So allow me to read her insights. I am Arlene Asilo. I may not have a voice in our debate today, but please take a moment to read my answer. I strongly believe that technology education has a positive impact on employment trends because it provides learners with essential digital skills, making them more competitive in today's job market. We believe in a generation where technology is part of everyday life. Learning coding, Microsoft Office, and other digital tools help students secure better opportunities, as many companies prefer employees who are tech savvy, especially in education, where online classes have become a common practice. Technology education also promotes social development by students from different backgrounds equal access to digital learning. As a teacher under the Matatag curriculum, I teach ICT in my TLE class and emphasize its importance in preparing students for future careers. ICT is now a key part of TLE subjects, ensuring that students gain practical knowledge they can apply in real jobs. For example, a student trained in basic graphic design through TLE can later become a freelancer, content creator, or office employee. This proves how technology education directly opens doors to real employment opportunities. In conclusion, technology education helps students become job ready, promotes equal opportunities, and aligns with national policies. As teachers, we have the responsibility to equip our students with the skills they need to succeed in today's digital world. Thank you so much, Ms. Arlene Asilo, for that wonderful insight. Now we will proceed to hear the insight of Miss Angel Okna. Ma'am?
So good morning, everyone. So before I begin my POB for this debate, I have a question in mind na kung saan as I go on with this POB of mine, sana masagot natin, no? In today's digital world, how the technology education impact on the employment trends, and what are the educators' perspective in both sociological and legal foundation. So as an educator, me as an educator, paano nga ba, ano kaya yung magiging perspective ko pagdating sa sociological and legal foundation of education. So let me start with this statement. As educators, we are more than instructors. We are architects of the future. We stand at the critical juncture where societal progress and individual potential converge. The integration of robust technology education is not a mere option. Hindi na siya option ngayon. Kumbaga talagang imperative na siya. Kailangan na natin siyang i-adapt. We don't just teach skills, we cultivate citizens, empower innovators, and build a more equitable and just society. We are shaping the future workforce and therefore the future of our world. So as an educator, we are accountable in everything that we feed to our students. We as educators witness firsthand the inherent inequalities that persist in our society. We see the digital divide as a tangible barrier hindering the potential of countless students. So yung pagkakaroon ng as I remember, as I discussed during our during in my class sa current trends, yung digital divide is one of the issue na kung saan marami talagang students ang hindi nakaka-access ng technology. So paano nga ba ang nagiging impact noon pagdating sa employment trends na kung saan talagang yung mga students po natin ngayon ay more at on or in technology na talaga. Therefore, technology education, it is not just about teaching code. It's about dismantling those barriers. So as an educator, we should make sure na lahat ng estudyante talagang makukuha yung dapat or ma-access nila dapat yung meron. Mahirap man, but meron naman tayong mga iba't ibang ways kung paano nila ma-access po yun. By providing access to digital literacy and advanced technical skills. Itong digital literacy na to, it answer the sociological foundation of education, kung saan we should address equity and access, na kung saan yung digital literacy, it would equip the students yung mga kanilang obligations when it comes to the use of technology. And advanced technical skills naman po, magagamit nila itong mga skills, kagaya nga ng sabi ni Ma'am Raylene kanina, itong mga skills na to are essentials nowadays na kung saan talagang yung mga estudyante ay dapat meron sila. Hindi na yung simpleng skills lang ang meron sila, na kung saan dapat merong transition into technology use. Empower marginalized communities. At yung mga mahihirap po nating communities na kung saan kailangan nilang ma-access po yung mga technologies na meron po tayo. Giving them the tools to participate fully in the modern workforce. This is not just a lesson plan, it's a moral imperative, a matter of social justice that we champion daily. So furthermore, we are not just teaching how to use devices, we are cultivating digital citizens. Kumbaga, hindi lang sila skills, hindi lang sila puro technology lang. Sabi nga kanina, hindi lang dapat ang tawag dito, porket alam nila, hanggang doon na lang. Dapat alam din nila yung mga obligations when it comes to the use of technology. We must instill in our students a sense of responsibility and ethical awareness in their use of technology. We are building a society where technology connects and empowers rather than isolates and divides. So yun yung purpose ng technology. Kumbaga, nandiyan siya not to divide the students, not to divide the people, but to empower them and to use it in a better way. So yun yung sociological foundation, or yun yung perspective ko pagdating doon sa sociological foundation of education. We are teaching the next generation of digital stewards. So in legal foundation of education naman, as educators, we should recognize the rapid evolution of technology demands, corresponding evolution in our legal framework. So kumbaga, as we teach as students in being accountable, in being responsible in the use of technology, dapat alam din po nila yung tinatawag natin na mga legal frameworks pagdating sa paggamit ng technology in education. So we are not passive observers, we are active participants in shaping this frameworks. We need laws that protects workers' right in the age of automation, that safeguard data privacy, and that promote ethical AI development. We are the ones who see the real world impact on this technology in our students, and therefore, we have a vital voice in this arena. So alam natin, so kumbaga yung kasabihan na papunta pa lang sila, pabalik na tayo. So nakikita na natin yung impact ng technology pagdating sa tinatawag po natin sa education, at lalong-lalo na ngayon sa employment trends po natin na kung saan mas lamang yung mas may alam pagdating sa or may skill pagdating sa paggamit ng technology. Kung hindi po natin i-apply yung mga yon at hindi po natin yung hindi po alam ng bata yung legal responsibilities and ethical responsibilities niya, ano pang purpose nun, 'di ba? Kumbaga wala din po yung skills na yon kasi hindi rin naman po tugma doon sa inaasal po ng bata. So it is our responsibility to educate our students on the legal ramifications of technology. We teach them digital law, intellectual property, and the ethical considerations of online interactions. We are preparing them to be responsible members of the digital workforce, understanding their rights and responsibilities. So mahalaga po ito, lalo na ngayon lumalaga na po ang paggamit ng teknolohiya. Hindi lamang dapat tayo maging focus on the skills, but we should focus on the sociological and legal aspects when it comes to the use of technology. So we understand that the modern workforce demands adaptability and continuous learning. Therefore, we are not preparing students for specific jobs, but for the dynamic, ever-changing nature of work itself. We are teaching them how to learn, how to adapt, and how to innovate. So yun po yung purpose ng technology in our educations. So pagdating sa kanilang trabaho, pag na-adapt nila yung paggamit ng tama at kung ano yung mga responsibilities nila, mas alam na nila kung paano nila mas ma-maximize pa yung paggamit po ng technology. So, in the impact of in technology and employment trends, so we should close the gap, the skills gap. Kasi, kumbaga, kapag yung isa mas marunong sa pagdating sa technology, mas lamang siya, di ba? So, paano natin mako-close yung gap na yon when it comes to the skills or skills in using technology? By aligning our curriculum with the demands of the labor market. So, we are ensuring that our students are equipped with the skills that employers needs. We are building bridges between education and industry. So, we should build that bridge as an educator para yung mga estudyante natin makarating dun sa rurok ng paggamit po ng technology po natin. So ano nga ba ang role natin? So our role extends far from beyond the classroom. We are advocates, facilitators, and agents of change. So we must collaborate with industry, policymakers, and community leaders to ensure that technology education serves the needs of all. We are building partnerships that empower our students and our communities. So kumbaga hindi tayo maging hindi dapat maging sarado yung pag-iisip natin sa mga bagay-bagay na nasa paligid po natin, na we should embrace the change and we should think na nandiyan na talaga yung technology na yan. Huwag tayong maging pipi at bingi na kung saan hindi natin siya gagamitin. So paano natin paano natin mako-close yung barriers na yun? Paano natin ma-enhance yung knowledge and skills ng isang bata kung isasarado, tayo mismo mga educators ay isasarado natin yung mga sarili natin sa paggamit po ng technology. In essence, as an educators, technology education is not simply about teaching skills. It is about building a more equitable, just and prosperous future for all. We are shaping the world one student at a time. So malaki po ang impact natin as a teacher, malaki po ang impact natin kapag tinuro po natin ng tama sa mga bata kung anong responsibilities nila when it comes to technology or the use of technology. And it would hindi lang tayo yung magbe-benefit nun kasi hindi lang tayo yung makikita na ay si teacher tinuruan ng tama ng ganito si bata. So makikita din po 'yan sa kung ano yung klase ng tawag dito workforce or kung anong workforce na nabibilang po yung bata at kung gaano po siya mature pagdating po doon sa kanyang trabaho kapag meron siya skills and as well as alam niya yung responsibilities when it comes to the use of technology. So yun lamang po. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Angel Okno, for your insight. Now we will proceed with Miss K.N. Katipay, but since she would be able to voice out her thoughts, let us read again her insight. So, for Ma'am Kian, good morning everyone. I am Kian Katipay. I believe that technology has a positive impact in education significantly for employment trends by increasing the demand for tech skills workers, creating new industries and job roles, and enhancing productivity and efficiency across various sectors like technological advancement often leads to the emergence of new industries and job roles that didn't exist before. For example, the rise of internet social media has created numerous online marketing, web development, and other social media. Therefore, I strongly believe that technology has transformed our world in many ways and it has revolutionized the way we communicate and work. So that's it for Miss Kay and Katipay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful insight. So, for our last insight for technology and employment, let us hear from Miss Arlene Asilo. Ma'am?
No, ma'am. Ako.
I'm sorry, it's from Ma'am Reynalyn Abad. I am sorry. Good morning, Ma'am Reynalyn.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. So here's my takeaway. Am I audible po?
Yes po.
Okay. So here's my takeaway as a parent and as an educator. So technology education is a driving force in shaping employment trends. It creates new job opportunities, enhances employability, and transforms industries. Those who invest in tech skills are more likely to thrive in the evolving job market. So I agree with Ma'am Raylene Esperas what she had said earlier that we are in artificial intelligence era. Okay? So hindi na siya mawawala. It will just evolve and innovate. So as a parent, at this early stage, I am encouraging my children to think of the different courses related to information technology para when it comes the time na pipili na sila ng course, nandun sila sa linya na yon para hindi rin sila mawala ng work kasi nga in demand siya worldwide hindi na siya mawawala. So very compensating yung magiging sweldo nila. So it's for them na syempre we work para not to enjoy naman we have to work para makapag-earn tayo. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Reynalyn Abad. I believe that's it for the insights of our fellow teachers. So, this concludes our pro side of technology in employment trends. It is true that technology has a lot of advantage, most especially in our field, may it be in education, in our daily life, or even in our jobs. As for me, I believe that technology is a lot of things, from searching how to improve our application process in applying job up until we are already employed. So the impact of technology will be how we use and utilize it and how we handle it to improve and to grow in our field of specialization. So that's it. I hope everyone has learned a lot of things and I hope we deliver what we ought to deliver. So thank you everyone and may God bless us all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you po, teachers.
Thank you, teachers.
Thank you.
Thank you po.